Hey friends, I have got something for you. I have got a tool that is pretty much proven to save you time, save you money, and increase your sales on Poshmark. So if you want to find out what tool I'm talking about, be sure to stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. So come right back and learn more. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. My name's Heather. I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark and new to eBay. And this video is going to be about a tool that you can use that's not only going to save you time and money, but it's going to increase your sales. So we're going to talk about it right now. Cut to the screen. All right, guys. Okay, guys, I am so excited for this video. I have been trying to find the time to make this video and share this awesome tool with you guys. And I don't even have the time, but guess what? I'm making it because it just has to be shared. I have to share this with you guys. I am so excited about this tool. I've been using it for about a month now and I am loving it. And it is called the FLYP Reseller Tools. There it is, FLYP Reseller Tools. This is not FLYP Consigning. Disclaimer, right off the bat, this is not FLYP Consigning. You do not have to be a consignor, consignee, or pro seller with FLYP. This has nothing to do with you getting inventory and selling it and splitting the profits. That's not what this is. So whatever you think this is, that's not it. So stop. I have to tell people this all the time. That's not what this is. Don't let that negative thought stop you from exploring the opportunity of this amazing tool that is going to change your business. Okay? It is going to. All right, let's look at this. Okay, so this is a tool designed by FLYP, which is a consignment company that essentially matches people up who are trying to get rid of clothes with resellers, what they call pro sellers who are going to sell clothes, but that's not what this is. But they created this for their pro sellers and they have given it to everyone who wants it. You don't have to be one of their pro sellers. You can still get it. Okay, you don't even have to have a login or a sign up or anything in their app to be a pro seller or a consigner. This is for everyone. As you can see, if you're sitting there watching my screen, you see my closet is being shared. Okay, now don't get upset about sharing. Okay, so listen, let's stick with me. Don't run away yet. Okay, if you are new to automation, don't run away. Stick with me. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you all this good input, okay? So don't get upset just yet. If you are not new to automation, if you have been using automation, this tool is like taking aspects of Posture VA and aspects of List Perfectly and putting them together, but then giving them to you for free, okay? It's not 100% perfect. It does not have every little bell and whistle that those two services have, but I think that they will add some of these things. I think that there's a community of people who are asking for things, so I think that they will evolve and change and get some of those things added, and eventually I think that they will be very much like those two different services in one, okay? So if you look up here at the top, right now we're on the sharer. Okay, you see right here? So what this system does is it has a Poshmark sharer feature and it also has a cross-listing feature. So first let's look at the Poshmark sharing feature, which is very similar to Posture VA or some other online Chrome extensions. This is a Chrome extension. So this does not work on a mobile device, a phone, an iPad, any of that. I am currently using it on my Chromebook. That's what we're on right now. But what you do is you get the code that you can get into it and you get on the wait list, and then they're going to send you an invitation When your time has come and you sign up, and it is easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you click a couple buttons, it's going to install. You see this flip right here. You'll even see there's my list perfectly that I don't use anymore. Like I've got these other things, Posture V, I'm not using them anymore. I've stopped my memberships, money in my pocket that I don't have to spend. But here's my flip right here. So it's a Chrome extension. It's going to attach to my Poshmark closet through this other page. They do not get your Poshmark logins, okay? You do not have to give them any of your login information. They do not have any access to any of your account information. They don't have any access to your bank or anything like that. Nothing. In fact, you don't even have to give them a credit card because it's free. So you don't have to even give them anything to charge a payment because this is a free service. All you have to do is be invited, sign up, bam, you got it. Okay? So it's playing off my screen that I have over here, and it's just going through and sharing for me right now because that's what I have it set to do. So let's look at what the Poshmark sharer feature does, okay? So you have different share speeds. They have fast and slow. I highly recommend that you keep it on slow. Even if you have a small closet, it doesn't matter what size your closet is, keep it on slow because if you don't, you're going to get share jailed from Poshmark. So always I don't even know why there's a fast, just keep it on slow. You don't have to babysit this at all. And I'll tell you how you can avoid babysitting it. We'll get to that in just a minute. So you don't have to babysit it. So there's no reason to do fast. Just put it on slow and leave it. I was keeping it on reverse order and doing it to do share all, but I think they started having a little bit of issues with share jails because I was one of them and I was getting like over 10,000 shares in a day and I was getting share jailed for a couple days. So they kind of put some limits on it, which is kind of smart. I think their limits are a little too much at the moment. They've got it limited to 6,000 per day right now, but I think 8,000 would be better. I've routinely done 8,000 shares per day and been fairly safe with not getting too much share jail. I get it here and there, but not bad. So I think that, they'll play with it and they'll kind of adjust that. But at the present moment, it's at 6,000 shares per 24 hours. So in order for me to share more often, I actually put a limit in. I have over 800 items in my closet at this time. So I put a limit in just a few days ago just so that I can share frequently throughout the day so that my closet is getting frequent exposure even if it's not the same items. You can also click the share to party, okay? So when each one of these, so you get to pick how many times per day you want this action to occur. So how many times per day do you want them to share whatever number or your whole entire closet at whatever? I put random instead of reverse order. I did have reverse order when I had it doing my entire closet, but now that I don't have it doing my entire closet, I don't keep my closet in any particular order anyways. I put randomized so that everything would get some love, okay? So I get to pick how many times per day this is going to occur. Okay, so you put in your number here however many times, and then it gives you all these blanks. Okay, so it gives me 14 blanks. There we go, 14 blanks. All right, and they've got it set to Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if that's because I'm in Eastern Standard Time or if that's what it's set for everybody. I don't know. I've never seen anybody else's. But then you just go in and you put in whatever time. I made very random times. I didn't want to be like on the hour or on the 30 minute or anything like that because I didn't want to like send up any red flags. And periodically I kind of like adjust some of this too. But essentially I'm sharing every hour and a half. From 7 to midnight. I'm sharing every hour and a half. I'm sharing, and it's not exactly, but roughly. So 14 times a day, roughly every hour and a half. I'm hitting the parties, and this, because I've got share to parties, it will share my items to the parties also. Okay, so once you get that in there, now when you're adjusting it, it's gonna be editable. And you can edit it. Maybe I should probably do that. Am I still actively sharing? No, I'm not actively sharing at the moment. See, it says sharing process finished successfully, shared 450 listings. So since it's not actively sharing, I'll go ahead and I'll show you how to do this. I'll turn it off for a second. Okay, and so this is what it looks like when you're editable. Okay, and we're at almost 16 o'clock, almost 20. So I've got 2019. So let's change this one. So what you would do is you click on it, and you can click now, and it's going to do literally the time right now. But I don't want to do the time right now because I just went through a share process. So I'm going to do, hold on. Why is it not letting me pick other? I apologize. It's not letting me pick other minutes. So let me see if I can figure out why it's doing that. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can do this like the old-fashioned way. Let's see, 2007. Oops, nope. 2007. There we go. Okay, so normally that's what it looks like. I don't know what it was glitching there for a second. But you just pick your hour. It is in military time and your minutes. And then once you pick your hour and your minutes, I'll just switch it to 8 so you can see like you have to click on it. Then you click OK and it sets that time. Okay, and then once you have all your time set, you know, you can do however many you want. If you want to do it just 3 times a day, your whole closet, that's fine. I actually personally recommend that you share your closet 8 to 10 times a day. And if your closet is so large that 8 to 10 times a day, like mine is, that 8 to 10 times a day, your whole closet might be more than that limit that they're doing right now, then do 8 to 10 times a day at a lower amount like I have done. But I think 8 to 10, you're not going to get share jailed if you have a smaller closet if you do 8 to 10 times a day. Just keep it on the slow setting. And then once you get all that, you click start. Okay. And then it does that right there. And you can go over here to this activity log, and it's going to do all your sharing schedule, blah, 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 all those things I just told it to do. Okay, so it's got all the little share schedules I just did, and now when 8:08 p.m. hits, which is in 8 minutes, then it will start sharing 450 items randomized for me, and we'll come back to it in just a few minutes, and we'll look at that, okay? So that's the share function, and as you can see, it also shows me it's already shared 4,500 items for me today. It has sent out 16 offers. I've done 80 follows, and it has solved 9 captures. I have to do nothing for that. Don't let me forget, I will come back in just a minute and explain to you how you don't have to babysit this. But first, let's look at auto offers. So you can, on auto offers, let's go ahead and cancel this for just a minute. You can say however many minutes you want it to. So anytime someone likes an item, you can tell it after that like, how many minutes do you want the system to wait before it does anything. I've got it set at 10 minutes. Because that allows the person, if they want to go ahead and send me an offer that's, you know, sometimes people will send you an offer that's even not as good as you would have sent. So more power to them. Or they'll buy it, you know, right out. So I wait 10 minutes, give them some time to see if they're just going to do something. And then I do a 20% offer because there have been some YouTubers that have done some research and showing that 20% is the percentage at which the lowest percentage discount you can give with the highest percentage of acceptance. And I price my things accordingly. And then I start off with this $5.95 discount. I've got it set to a minimum of $10 so that it won't go below $10 on my items. I don't really have anything I want going below $10 unless I do it manually. And you can also set exclude items listed in the past however many days. Now I do this when I raise this discount to something else. So every once in a while, actually that's when I do bulk offers. So this is how I keep this. Let me rephrase this. I keep this like this. Okay, so we'll do start. And leave that baby going. Okay, and then we'll go over to bulk offers. So this is where occasionally I will do a higher than the 20%. And it's usually like once a week or so. I'll send out something that's 30%, and then I'll put something like exclude items in the last 10 days. So anything that's been listed in the last 10 days. And then also periodically, I might even go higher and do like 40%, and then do like exclude things listed in the past 30 days. So I'm getting just the things like some of my older staler listings that I haven't actually relisted yet. They haven't hit the 60 days, but they're still like older staler listings. So anyway, so you can do that. That's going to send out an offer to, like, if you're going to do that, I would recommend, so when I do this, if I do my normal 20%, I will do one, like once a week, for example. I'd go in and I'd do a 30% at 7 days and hit start, and it will send a 30% discount to everybody who has liked this item and has not received a discount this low, essentially on items that have been listed for more than 7 days. And then right after it's done doing that, I might go and do it 40% for things that are over 30 days old. And then anybody that didn't get that 30% offer, who has already received the 30% offer in the past, so they're not going to get another offer for 30%, this is going to now send them an offer for things that are older than 30 days. So it's going to hit some of those people who liked a while back, who have already received multiple offers, just to kind of see if you can get it. And I'm doing it on things that are older. I mean, I can change this to anything. I could make this be, 55 days, for the things that are about to hit 60 or whatever. You can do it for whatever you want. You can adjust your shipping. You can put any price here that you want, whatever you want. Okay. And then you hit start. It's going to go through your entire closet, all your likes for anybody. It's just like you were doing it on, manually, but it's going to do everything all at once. Okay, the next feature we're going to look at is this follow feature. So I've got this set. So, okay, apparently you can enter in a username, like somebody else's closet, and then tell it to follow, say 100 or 1,000 of their followers. And it's going to find whoever's name you put in there. It's going to go to their followers, and it's going to make you follow their followers. So that's kind of cool. I don't really do that method anymore. I used to do that a lot, but I've actually found that I prefer the fresh closets and the just joined closets. So I'm going to go ahead and hit follow on that and let it go start following. So the only thing I have noticed, and I think this might have to do with that, maybe Poshmark is stopping the follow process, because I've noticed that it doesn't ever actually share these ever follow the 500. It'll do like 80 or 90 or whatever. And it might be that Poshmark is stopping it. It might be that Poshmark's like putting a stop to how many people are being followed at a certain amount of time. That's possible, but you can see it ticking down here. So 84, that's how many it's done today. 85, and it's sharing from the fresh closets and the just joined, or following from the fresh closets and the just joined people. So to me, those are the people that are most likely to be your buyers, as opposed to like just following other people's followers, which are probably just other people following other people's followers, who are mostly just sellers. They're not going to buy from you. But these fresh closets and these just joined closets, those are the people that are going to be interested in buying. Okay, because they're not, well, the fresh closets are sellers, but they're new sellers. They're sellers with very small, fresh, new closets. And the just joined are literally people that just opened an account. But you can see it's still doing this. I don't unfollow, but if for some reason you wanted to unfollow people, I don't do that, but you could do that right there. This is just showing the connection that I have and my username and blah, blah, blah. And then we can go over here and see that it's currently executing an auto follow. And, it's showing right there how many people are being followed. Okay, so what we were talking about how to make sure that you don't have to babysit this baby. It's a teenager. You don't have to babysit it all the time. Here's how you do that. You have to keep your computer on, okay? And the way you keep your computer on is twofold. One, you disable your sleep mode, okay? Sleep mode is in your settings. So wherever you go to your settings, wherever those happen to be, and I don't know, they're somewhere, it's in here somewhere. I'm not super savvy with stuff, but I don't always know where things are right off the bat, but I can always find them. So somewhere in here, there is a sleep mode. If I see it, I will show you, but if you don't know where your sleep mode is, you could literally Google whatever device you're using and how to turn off sleep mode, okay? And essentially what sleep mode is when you go a certain amount of time, however much your settings are, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever your settings are, your screen shuts down and your computer doesn't shut down, but it disconnects. So it disconnects from your Wi-Fi, the screen will go black, and your Wi-Fi will disconnect. And it is a power saving type thing. But if you do that, if you have sleep mode on and it does that, this will stop running. Okay, it'll just stop running because it no longer has a Wi-Fi connection and it's gone to sleep. And So it's not running anymore. And then essentially you have to babysit it, because when that happens, you have to turn it back on again. So you have to, like, if you have it set for 5 minutes, well, 5 minutes you'd have to come and wiggle your mouse, and that will restart your computer and initiate your Wi-Fi, and you'd have to click the start button again, because this is all going to stop. Okay, so disable your sleep mode. But then you'll say, okay, well, so if you disable your sleep mode, completely disable it, you could literally close your laptop or whatever you're using, your Chromebook or whatever. You can close it. It doesn't even have to be open. Your screen doesn't have to be on. Your screen can still turn off. You can still close your laptop. It's just your computer's not going to go into sleep mode. It's going to stay connected, and everything that's running at that moment is going to continue to run. So the other thing you want to do, that's going to use your battery up pretty quickly. So the other thing you want to do is keep it plugged in so your battery doesn't die. So my Chromebook, once a day, at least once a day, I just check it to make sure it's running and to make sure that Poshmark has not logged me out, because Poshmark will periodically log you out for inactivity. It seems to be about every 24 to 36 hours. So I like to check it once a day and just make sure that I'm still in and that it's still active, so that FLYP has something to run on. And that's the only reason I check it, and just to make sure we're hunky-dory, we're still running, we're still rolling. It's awesome. Okay, so that's why this is also saying leave Poshmark.com, open another tab to avoid getting logged out. So keep your Poshmark open, check periodically to make sure it's still logged in, about once a day, and put your computer into sleep mode, turn your sleep mode off, disable your sleep mode, and keep your computer plugged in to keep your battery charged. And guess what? Then you don't have to babysit this baby. You do not have to babysit it. It does its thing. You don't have to do nothing. Now, if you periodically want to adjust these times, if you find that certain times are better or worse for you, if you want to make adjustments, that's fine. I do go in and just have it follow periodically again, because this will turn itself off. And I haven't figured out why. I have a feeling it has something to do with Poshmark communicating with the sharer. Because this does turn off periodically. And I might need to ask FLYP that, because this never turns off and this does. So I'm not sure why. But if you just keep it all connected. Okay, so see, my 808 share that I had set up is now running. Okay, so you see it's running there. There we go. Okay. All right, so that is the sharer. Just a couple things about sharing. And about automation or quote unquote bots. Are they forbidden or against the rules or frowned upon or whatever by Poshmark? Technically, yes. Technically, in the rules, they do say you cannot use bots, which is essentially automation. I mean, I will call it automation because I think that is a more friendly term, and I think that bots is like a dirty word, a 4-letter word, and people are turned off by it. So I will say automation, and a lot of people do say automation, but what it boils down to is they're pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much something mechanical other than you or a actual physical person clicking buttons, doing your sharing, doing your following, doing your offers to likers, blah, 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 whatever. And how do we feel about that? Okay, so I'm actually going to have to credit someone else, because I've always had an issue with Poshmark having an issue with this. I've always found it irritating that they expect you to share constantly and constantly be doing this activity that you could easily have a computer system do for you. So this is going to be a couple fold. First of all, you're not going to get shut down. Okay. You're just not. Because if Poshmark started going around shutting down closets that use automation or bots, they would literally go out of business, because the big sellers who have the big closets, who are making, 6 figures reselling, mostly using Poshmark, the ones who are each one of them counts for 100 people not using automation. If they shut them down and lost them as a revenue source, they would go out of business. The fact that so many of these automation bots, whatever you want to call them, even exist, and in order for them to exist and be charging a fee, they are also a business and they are also making money and profiting off of it. And they wouldn't be doing that unless they had customers. So they have customers, which means people are doing this. People are using services. I know of at least like 6 different services that are automation, quote unquote, bots, virtual assistants, whatever, something other than a human being clicking buttons, that are companies that are making profit, that are making money, and they have to have customers. And so people are using this concept of automation or bots. People are doing it. Okay. And the big people are definitely 100% doing it. There's no way that some of these people making 6 figures, which there are lots of them, are sitting there clicking buttons. And quite honestly, like I heard from another YouTuber, and I will comment tags. I agree with you. She said it's insulting. It is insulting of Poshmark, and she's a little bit bitter about it, and that's okay. I'm with her. It's insulting of Poshmark to expect women and business women to waste their time sitting around clicking buttons, share, 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 to expect a grown woman who is a businesswoman or a mother, who's trying to run a business, who has other things they have to do, to sit there and mindlessly click share buttons in order to have any type of success on their platform. It's insulting, frankly. And I agree with her. It is insulting. We are not monkeys. We are women. We are women. Poshmark, and I mean, there are men on Poshmark, there are men sellers, but yeah, let's be honest, predominantly it's women. It's insulting. It's absolutely insulting to expect us to sit there and hit share buttons. So far, they have not found a good alternative, and I am not in favor of their little, experiment they did where they tried to, go to this default sort setting of relevance, mostly because, not because I have a problem with the relevance concept in general, but mostly because their relevance sorter is awful. Like, they need to get that figured out so that their sorting relevance is actually relevant and is rewarding closets that are active, rewarding closets that are good, rewarding closets that have good SEOs, rewarding closets that have strong listings, and not necessarily rewarding closets that have these simple 1 and 2 word titles. So it's not a problem with the concept of relevant sorting in general. It's the fact that their relevant sorter sucks. Okay. So in lieu of that, the best thing that they have right now is to sort by just shared. And as long as we have to sort by just shared, that means we have to share. And it is insulting to expect us to sit there and press buttons all day long, pressing share, 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 hundreds and thousands of times per day in order to have any success on your platform. Shame on you, Poshmark. Shame on you. It's insulting. And if you have a problem with the bots and the automation, then fix your relevance sorter. Okay? But as long as this is where we are, ladies. So stop being scared. They're not going to shut you down. They would literally go out of business if they shut you down. They're not going to do it. The worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to put you in quote unquote share jail, which just means you can't share for an hour or 2, or at most 12 hours. I think the most I've ever been share jailed is like 24 hours. And that's only when, I've had a bot go crazy and like share so much that, I probably should have been stopped. And well over 10,000, 11,000 shares in a 24-hour period. Sharing that right now, this FLYP share has their cap at 6,000 per day. They're not even picking me up right now. Like, ever since that's been capped at 6,000, I've not had any, they will put errors up here. This will be red and there'll be errors where the shares just don't go through. And that is essentially Poshmark has share jailed you. That can be anywhere from minutes to an hour to a couple hours, whatever. It's no big deal. It is no big deal if they do that. So what? They do it. I come back later and I check and it's fine. It's working fine. No big deal. It's happened to me 100 times, literally. And guess what? we're still going. We're still checking. And I promise it happens to lots of people, and it's no big deal. And they're not going to shut people down because they would go out of business. Okay, I'm done with my rant. So stop pressing buttons. Stop worrying about the investment you have to make. My closet's too small. My closet's too new. I don't have the money to invest in an automation or a service or whatever. You don't have to invest anything. You don't have to invest a dime. You don't have to even give them a credit card or anything. This is free. So stop mindlessly pressing buttons. Level up your game. Get up there with the other sellers and start letting automation do your sharing. And stop worrying. Trust me, ladies. Trust me. All right. And gentlemen. Okay, there's gentlemen here. I love you. I love you. I love you, gentlemen. Okay. So this I'm very familiar with. Okay. So I feel very confident in the sharing aspect of this. I just started the crosslister mostly because I just started crosslisting in general. But even if you don't crosslist, even if you're only on Poshmark, still get this for the sharing aspect. It's free. You're paying nothing. Get it. Stop worrying. Just do it. I don't care if your closet has 25 items in it. Stop pressing buttons. Get this for free and let this share your items, your 25 items, 20 times a day. Let it do it. Let it share them 20 times a day and stop doing it yourself. Stop pressing buttons. Stop it. Stop. Let this do it for you. It doesn't matter how small your closet is. You're not investing anything. So do it. Okay? I love you guys. It's tough love. This is all in love. Okay? Like I'm not fussing at you. I'm trying to help you. I want you to be successful, and I'm sharing this with you because I think it's amazing, and I want you to also use it and be successful because you can't beat free. I mean, you just can't. Okay, so I've used sharing automation for a long time. I'm very familiar with the concept. I can talk about this all day, but we're going to move on to the crosslister. I am new to the concept of crosslisting. I just recently started my eBay store. So I only have just a little bit in there, but essentially what I have found, so this cross-listing service is very similar to a List Perfectly, and I used List Perfectly for about a month. It may not be as wonderful as List Perfectly, but it's getting the basics done. It's getting what it needs to get done, and you're not paying for it. So you can create an item from scratch, a listing from scratch, by clicking New Item. Okay, and you'll see here are the oops, don't know what I just clicked on. So here's what we've got. So right now we've got Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so those are the current platforms that they have active with the cross-listing concept, but they are soon to be adding Etsy, Depop, and Shopify. So I have opened a Depop store, but it just has a little bit of stuff in it, and I've not been very successful on it just yet. But I have been also just opened an eBay store. So I've had both of them for about, 3 weeks or so. So I've just started cross-listing. Okay. So essentially you have this universal form that you can fill out. Okay, when you're starting a listing from scratch, you have this universal form you can fill out with all the information, and then once you save that, you can then click on each individual thing and complete any additional things that's very specific to that platform. Like there are things that Poshmark wants that eBay doesn't ask for. There are things that eBay asks for that Poshmark doesn't ask for. So these are kind of like the things that all of them ask for, and then it uses this information to then create you a draft listing for these, and you go into that, and you can then add in the additional information and click list, and it lists it. Bam, bang, boom. Okay, so that's if you want to start something from scratch. I have yet to do that yet, mostly because this has to run off of the laptop, off of this Chromebook, and I do my photography on my phone, and I just don't want to go through the process of like transferring my pictures over. I would rather just create my listing in Poshmark and then cross list it from Poshmark. I also use another service periodically called Hammock to create some of my listings. I don't use it for every listing because it does add up, but I do use it for some to kind of take some of the pressure off of getting things listed. But so I'm not going to list something from scratch, but let's do something where we're going to import from Poshmark. Okay, so this is going to go and it's going to grab my Poshmark store. Okay, so I literally just listed this. Okay, so we can click. And I've only done this a couple times, so bear with me. But we can click on up to 20 things, okay? And what it's going to do, I'm going to pretend we clicked on 20, or I could just do one, and I could click import on one thing, and that one thing is going to open up. But you can do up to 20 things at a time, and then once you're done clicking up to 20 things, you click this import, and it's going to bada. It's going to take, I should have probably just done like 2, because it does take just a second. So it imports those things, and then you just fill in the missing things that you need to fill in. And, oh, actually, I take that back. It's importing them into the system. And then once it's imported into the system, then I can cross list it. So it's importing into essentially into FLYP's database here that they have. It's taking just a second. I'm sorry. Now, normally you could do 20 and then, like go do something else and then do 20 and do something. I mean, like, I kind of wish they had like just a click, like a select all where it populates 100 items at a time. So I do kind of wish they had like a select all where it would just like select all these buttons and you have to click them all. But there it goes. So it did those 4 items. And here they are. These 4 items I just did, along with the things that I've already imported. Okay, so you can see, like, it tells you what they're on. So these shoes, I imported them from Poshmark, and then I cross-listed them onto eBay. Okay, you can see I've done that a couple times. So they're on both platforms. But then this, like, I've imported it, but I haven't cross-listed it yet, just because I haven't done it yet, because, I have a lot going on. So this is definitely a good eBay item. So let's go ahead and let's cross-list this. So we're going to go, whoops, that's not how we do it. Sorry. Like I said, I'm still learning. So we just click on that. So there's our form. And then we're going to go, I think. Yes, there we go. So I just click on eBay. So it's already in Posh. I just click on this little eBay and it's going to have the eBay form. You can see right there, eBay form. So then I just go through and I start filling in whatever else I want to fill in. So this is clothing, it's men's, like I'm still new to eBay, so bear with me because this is eBay stuff that I'm just not, I'm still kind of learning. I'm not super fast on eBay. What size was this? I think it's a large. It's a large. Okay. Type, we'll call it a jacket. Does it really want all this? I hate it when it wants all this information because I don't know. What are you? Let's see. Poly. Okay. So you're polyester. Boop, 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 boop. Why? I mean, why do this is kind of a pet peeve I have about eBay that I'm not really liking, is it wants a lot of information. I'm like, chill out. Like, I don't even need to write any description because you want like everything like broken down. I don't get it. It's kind of a pet peeve. And I don't even know what to pick here because like none of this really fits. Quilted rain, trench, varsity. I mean, none of those, do I have to actually fill that in? Like none of those apply. None. Go away. Size type is regular, department, men, condition, pre-owned. Okay, so this is my zip code, flat. I put 3 even though I ship faster than that. I don't want to, I'd rather exceed expectations than fail miserably. And then this is definitely going to have to be like a flat rate. Let's see. I'm also still learning this. I think this could probably be squished into a medium flat rate. So we'll do that. And I don't know why it wants my PayPal. If y'all see this and you just feel like sending me some money, I mean, whatevs, I'll take some money. I don't know why it's wanting that. But there we go. Shipping costs. I don't remember what shipping is on this. What is this? $9.99. Let's do let's do, I don't know. I'm still learning a lot of these. Okay, so we're not going to put this on auction. We're going to put this fixed price. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to drop it just a smidge because it is, eBay, lower fees. So let's do, how about $22.99? I also think that, okay, we'll allow offers. Okay. Literally, I'm not going to think anymore about this right now because I'm just going to go ahead and click list. Missing style. It really does want that style. Oh my goodness. Okay, what can we pick? I mean, I guess the closest is not a varsity. Where was that? How about overcoat? I don't really consider that an overcoat, but whatevs. They don't have anything that it fits. Bing, bang, boom. It says it can take up to 30 seconds. Don't close anything. It really doesn't. It doesn't take that long. Any second it should go through. So we'll wait. Boop. There it goes. Your item is listed. Okay. So easy peasy. It's now on eBay. Okay. So that's the crosslister. It works that way with all the things. And then this is also something they have that I haven't started messing with yet. You have to crosslist. You have to use their crosslisting database in order for this to function. But essentially, this is going to be like an all marketplace platform, kind of like it kind of reminds me of some of the information that I get from like, what's it called? Closet Tools that I get for Poshmark from Closet Tools. Like gives you some numbers and stuff. And this is going to give a lot of data, but kind of take into account all of your marketplaces, which it wouldn't surprise me. I never got that far on List Perfectly, but it wouldn't surprise me if this is similar to something List Perfectly does, because I bet they do. But it's essentially going to give you analytics about all of your sales across all of your platforms for what you have, in their database. But you have to have stuff in their database. Okay. So that's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything we didn't cover. I feel like we covered it all, and I vented and I gave you some lectures, but it's all in love. A little bit of tough love never hurt anybody. And let's see, are we sharing what's going on? We're sharing. We're still sharing. Okay. So recap. Don't be worried about sharing using automation because, it is a thing. Everyone does it. Poshmark's insulting all of us by expecting us to press buttons. The end. Don't worry about monetary investment because this is free. So there is no monetary investment. So even if you have a teensy weensy little closet with 25 items or 10 items or whatever, this is still beneficial to you. You are still going to be able to share a bunch. It actually might even be more beneficial to you, and it's free. Go ahead and start expanding your business. Once you get this down, go ahead and start expanding your business or continue expanding your business by cross-listing to other platforms. And when the time comes, you have some great analytics. And guess what? It's all free. Free. Did I mention it's free? There's no catch. So everyone keeps saying, what's the catch? What's the catch? There isn't any. I mean, they're not asking for credit cards. It's not linked in any way to their consigning app, which this isn't even an app. The consigning thing is an app. It's not linked to that. The logins are not going to be the same thing. This is completely separate. They have said that they have no intention of ever charging for this. The weaknesses that it does have, I believe, will improve with time as they grow and expand and add new features and work out kinks and stuff like that. I don't see any negative to this. Like, there's no catch. You don't have to do anything. You don't have, they don't want anything from you. You don't owe them anything. They're just trying to help the reselling community. Okay? They value resellers. They have resellers as their, pro sellers. And they wanted to give them a tool to help them be more successful. And I think that they honestly just have like this connection to the concept of reselling to better the community and the environment. And I honestly think that they just want to improve that. You know, and you know, they're saying it's going to be free forever, and I'm going to take them at their word. And if they ever start charging for it, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for right now, guess what? It's free. No credit card needed. You just log in. You just sign up and log in. The end. I got nothing else to say about that. So I'm going to cut to the close. If you're still here, you made it through this awesome video that I'm so excited about, so excited to share all of this information with you. So be sure to like this video. And if you are not already signed up with FLYP's free, yes, free, it's free, sharing for Poshmark and Crosslister, then be sure to click on the link down in the descriptions. It's an invite for you to go ahead and join. There probably is still a wait list at the time that this video is made. There is a wait list to get access. It's running right at this moment at about 10 to 14 days. I signed up a while back and I waited about 4 days. I'm telling you people, it's worth it. It is free. It is going to save you time. It is going to save you money if you are using other tools that are not free. And it's going to help you increase your sales on Poshmark. It's also going to help you increase your reselling business by being able to cross list for free. Free. So make sure to click that link and sign up. You have nothing to lose. If you get it and you hate it, then don't use it. But you're not going to. You're not going to. I'm telling you, this is a game changer. This tool is a game changer. And this company cares about its sellers, not its sellers, because you're not even one of their sellers. You don't have to be one of their sellers. They just care so much about the concept of reselling. They really do. I really, really think that they care about what reselling means and how it impacts the community and the global community. And I think that they're playing their role in that. And you know what? Who doesn't love free? So again, the link's in the bottom. Click like for the video on your way out. And if you like reseller content, that's what I do. So click subscribe and let's have some more fun. Y'all have a blessed day and come back soon. Bye.